Hello, I'm Jim, and welcome to Rallying in America, the Recce podcast. This podcast is an exploration of a rich history, the stories and memories of those who made and make Rallying in America so great. Enjoy the show. Hello, this week I talk with Santiago Alban, a co-driver from Ecuador. He talks about moving to America, co-driving, his El Rally podcast, and no matter where you're from, we all speak rally. Welcome to the podcast, Santiago.
Hey, thank you for the opportunity.
Yep, absolutely. Santiago, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
I was born in Ecuador. I moved to the U.S. in 2001, March 13, 2001. I've been living basically in Jersey all my life. And I've been a fan of rally ever since I was a little kid. My dad was a mechanic, went back at home in Ecuador. I remember working on cars with my dad. Whenever I needed money to buy toys, I used to just go to his shop and work for X amount of hours, so he will pay me and then go straight buying little toy cars.
Excellent. And so tell us a little bit about what your dad did. He was an electrical engineer, I think you said?
No, yeah, he was an electromechanic for cars.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
He will fix everything electrical on cars, and I just was the tiny kid that can go into hard to reach places so you can run cables, basically.
Oh, okay. Nice. Now, it wasn't, did you, I guess what I'm trying to say is, what was your first experience with race cars? Was it in Ecuador?
Yeah, it was in Ecuador. Like I said, my dad was a mechanic, and one day there was a guy that came in and with the race cars and told my dad, "Hey, I need to rewire the whole car." So I was there to help him out getting into the cars and the tight spots, like I said before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how with the rally cars. I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to take me, my brother, my sister, my mom to up in the mountains, just waking up early in the morning, just see the car just flew by us, and I felt when we moved here, me and my brother moved here in 2001 on 2010, I think it was.
Okay.
Before the year before Sunday hit, my brother found out about STPR rally. We didn't know nothing about rally here in the U.S. Once we moved in here, I thought we lost contact. It was either NASCAR or Indy. It was nothing big about rally. So my brother found out about STPR. We went to STPR to spectate the first year. It was my friend, my brother, and me. We went to STPR. We did we got there, I remember, at about 9:30 at night. The first day done. So the second day, once we got there, we find a hotel. They told us a place to stay. They was like an hour away from Wellsboro. I still trying to remember. I'm trying to find that place so I can go back one of these days and say, look, I stayed here the first time. I stayed here the first time, and I was just want to say thank you for allowing me to stay. And after that, I remember the second day on Parque Esposea, I was talking to Travis Pastrana, and I was looking at the car from far because in Ecuador, they have the tradition to people not to get involved too much in the cars because they think that you're going to try to mess up with the car so they don't finish, they lose. So I have my head back on my pockets, and I'm trying to look through the window, and Travis Pastrana is signing autographs. And he looked at me, he stopped, opened the door, and said, like, get in. I'm like, can I? He said, yeah, just get in. So I get in on the car, he goes on the other side, and he's talking with me and this and that, and I told him, look, I want to do this one of these days. And he was like, and he told me something that I got scripted on my mind that I even tattooed on myself. He told me, keep dreaming big, never give up.
Yeah. Awesome.
So a year later, me and my brother, when Sandy hit, we bought a race car back at home in Ecuador. We didn't have a clue about rally.
Yeah.
We just it was a race car. It was a track car, and we did rally the first day. We crashed. We crashed out on the. I think it was the third stage.
Oh yeah.
We were.
Wow.
I didn't have no clue about bass notes, so everything was just basically self-taught. And then after that, 2013, I got a chance to co-drive for John Concha and STPR, and after that, I've been doing it nonstop.
Oh wow. So what other rallies have you attended other than
I've
STPR?
done STPR. I've
Mm-hmm.
done LSPR 100 acres. Well, not 100 acres, 100 acres. I just went to spectate. New
Okay.
England Forest Rally, Empire State Performance Rally, Ohio, and Tennessee, and San Blas.
Oh, very cool. That is cool. Now, is your brother into it as much as you are?
He wanted to get into it,
Mm.
but family kids did not allow him to continue. So he
Okay.
supports. He's whatever I have a raise, he's even there helping us crewing or just keeping in touch, trying to find out everything what's going on. I was lucky enough the last year I did STPR with Dunker Felix Jr.
Mm.
and we finished fourth. I mean third in class, and my brother showed up out of nowhere, and he helped us crew the whole day, the whole weekend. So I gave him the trophy, and I'm like, this trophy now it's not just mine, it's yours because you've been here ever since day one. So
Oh wow.
he stopped co-driving, like I said, and I just kept doing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very cool. So, what are your plans for this year?
For this year, I'm co-driving for Jorge Elvin Argota. I got a chance to co-drive for him last year on Tennessee. We crashed out. I mean, not Tennessee, in Ohio. Yeah, it was Tennessee. Yeah, it was Tennessee. Tennessee
Okay.
last year. We
Oh
crashed
wow.
out on the second. He rebuilt the car. We already did San Blas. The plans is to do. Um, he told me we're gonna do STPR. Uh, Looking forward to do Tennessee again. We're going
Okay.
back.
Excellent.
We 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 gotta get that one out of the book. So we're gonna do Ohio, Tennessee and Ohio
Mm-hmm.
as of right now. They're still in the talks to probably do two or three more rallies, but we don't know exactly. I'm also in the talks to a couple of my friends back at home in Ecuador to do a couple of rallies over there.
Oh, very cool. And so Ecuador, I've never been there, but it's a very mountainous country. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have the jungles, which is we actually have all three. We have the jungles, the mountains, part where I am from,
Okay.
and we also have coastal region. So a lot of the rallies that I've been to, it's been in the mountains, up in the mountains. It was actually funny. A couple of days ago, I was talking to my friend. The last, he's sending me messages. I'm like, yo, it's been 6 years since you and me raced together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, that was the last race that I did in Ecuador. And he was like, we gotta do another rally. I'm like, just build another car. He was like, why don't you build a car? I'm like, don't get those ideas on my head. They're already spinning. They're already spinning on
Yeah.
my head. I don't want it to do it until I set it up completely and then probably will do it. I mean, I still got that the thought of building my own car, but
Yeah.
still in the front.
Yeah. And you have family too, correct? So, you're busy.
Yeah, I'm busy at work. I'm single. I don't have family.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why my friends was like, hey, what do you do with car? Like, yeah, I gotta work first. I gotta pay my house first.
Absolutely. I get it. Yeah. So, yeah. Good. Um, if you do eventually build your own car, do you have an idea maybe what you would do?
Um, I have a friend that he's been basically my go-to crew guy whenever I do rallies. Jorge Pardo, which I give him a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we've been in the talks for the longest. One year, 2023, he took me to do rallycross on his Volvo C30, and I
Mm,
fell
okay.
in love with that car. The front-wheel drive turbo, I fell in love with it. but I want to get my own like flavor, my own thing.
Oh
And the
yeah.
car that I'm looking for, it's the Chevy Sonic. I've been
Oh
talking
yeah.
to a couple of people from other countries because I've been investigating, doing my research, trying to find out what's the issues that that car is gonna get me, what kind of suspension can I get, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I've been talking to a couple of guys in Argentina which raced those cars already, and one of the guys in there actually sent me the whole PDF file with the cage, with the FIA standard cage, because you know in Argentina they actually do full-on FIA cages. So he
Ah,
sent me the whole
okay.
file. He told me what suspension to go to, gearbox setup, and all the little things that I need. So I'm actually looking for a Sonic, which I'm in the process probably to buy it within the next couple months,
Mm-hmm.
so I can start doing rallycross for now. That's gonna be my first stepping stone into it first,
Oh, that'd
and
that'd be
then
great. Step into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So then hopefully after that, shoot for next year, if anything.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, take your time with it and don't feel pressured, right, by your friends
Nah,
to hurry up.
nah, a lot of my co-workers too. They're like, hey, "You've been co-driving. How come you never raced before?" I'm like, "I used to race it when like I said, when I had my brother and I used to have the car back at home in Ecuador. I used to race that one in there, but then we stopped it because it was an old technology. It was an '89 Suzuki Swift with still with Weber carburetors on it. So
Oh,
now
okay.
all that those little cars that basically became obsolete, and a lot of the new racers are building the the Hyundai i10, which is a 1.2 engine,
Right,
and
right.
it's a completely different monster within each other. So that's why I wanted to get something in here and basically try to evolve as the car. I mean, fix the car and try to get better. I mean, get the car better as far as long as me getting get better and better and better.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, and especially with the news that Pat Motor is actually involved on building the R2, the
Mm-hmm.
with the Chevy Sonic. When the news came out, my friend Jorge texted me and like, "Hey, there's your signal.
Yeah,
It's right there. I don't know
there
what
you
you're waiting
go.
for. It's right there."
There's a sign. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to this weekend. I went to Missouri for 100 acres just to spectate and help out uh, Javier and the guys from RC competition.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about more and asking what kind of like I was asking the questions like, what do I need? And he's looking at me like, are you thinking about building one? And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually in the ideas and the process. But like I said, I want to have everything ready. So once I like, I'm the kind of person that if I get my mind into something, I'm going full 100% on it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know,
Cool.
like little details out. So that's basically what I'm right now in the whole process.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So, from what I've heard, 100 Acre Wood was kind of a wild weekend.
Oh yeah, it was. Um, whenever I go spectate, I have like a little walkie-talkie or radio that
Mm-hmm.
I always ask for the frequency so I can just listen to what's going on. So I'm spectating stage three, and then we heard about the locals that got into the stage on UTVs. So I knew the stage was delayed. People that was around me was listening to me and like
Mm-hmm.
looking. Why does he have a radio? And why does he like basically I'm not talking to myself, but I'm explaining to everybody what's going on.
Yeah.
So after three, I went back to service and I was talking to Javi and I'm helping translate because he doesn't speak English and the team that he was at, everybody was speaking English. So I was basically the official translator because I wasn't registered as
Oh,
crew.
cool. Very cool.
So I was just there to translate and help and explain to the drivers and the co-drivers and the rest of the crew what's going on. And
Oh,
then on
that.
the second, it was the same thing after I was done with Parque Expose. I went to stage 10, and then that stage I got not canceled. It was just stopped for a while because one of the cars got fired.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with the radio and there's people around me, and they say they do not send more cars. Somebody requests an SOS, a Red Cross, and they need heavy sweep. And
Mm.
people that was around me, I'm like, did they say the SOS? Red Cross, what happened? And then I explained to him, like, look, this is what happened. Somebody probably had a fire. It was a fire. It was when there's a fire, so they threw the SOS because probably the car's in the middle of the way.
Yeah.
They couldn't shut off the fire, so they're trying to get more information about it. And as everything is going on, I'm explaining to everybody what is actually happening, and then getting involved. And then I had like two people that was next to me, and then it ended up being like 20 people around me asking me questions. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the middle of the interview. And there was people that says, "Oh, look, this is my first time rallying. I don't know how to. I mean, I got here, but I don't know what to do." I'm like, "Look, the stage is gonna be canceled for. It's gonna be stopped for a while. So if I was you, we were 25 minutes away from service. Just go to service, walk around, talk to the crews,
Yeah.
take pictures with the car, and then come back to this stage because it's gonna pass. It was gonna have a second pass." They were like, "Oh, okay, okay, we're gonna go this and that." So they pull in my maps and tell them, "Look, go here, do this, buy food here, do this." And it was actually my first time on 100 acres also, so it was
Okay.
it was interesting.
Yeah, because they had a forest fire, they had
Yeah.
a tornado and hail and all kinds of crazy stuff went on.
So when we were on Potosi the first day,
Hmm.
the first night actually, after service, we were loading the truck, the race cars in the trucks, and I'm talking to a couple of the guys, and says, "Hey, you know what? Let's go. We're gonna go to Salem."
Hmm.
As we loading the cars, everybody got the alarm on the phone saying, "Hey, there's a tornado less than 5 miles away,"
Wow.
and the whole sky it was pitch black, and then all of a sudden you just see lightning left and right. The wind started picking up, and there was like a little drizzle when we left. And then like 20
Hmm.
minutes later, supposedly the tornado passed by where we were.
Wow. Wow, that is crazy.
So yeah, so on our way from Potosi to Salem, there was a whole mile that it was raining cats and dogs. It was pitch black. It was water, everything. It felt like the movie Forrest Gump that we didn't know if the rain was coming
Oh,
left to right,
yeah.
down or down or down from up. So
Yeah.
it was crazy. It was interesting. And I'm talking to my friend who lives in Arkansas, and he's like, "Well, welcome to the South." I'm like, "Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
used to storms in here, but not like this."
Yeah. I spoke to someone today that said that they ended up, because of the tornado and the weather, and they ended up totaling their rental car
Oh wow!
that
I mean,
they
my
were there.
rental
Yeah.
had an issue too. I had a, I
Yeah.
didn't know how it happened. Once I returned it, they told me, "Hey, did you know that that's a dent on the passenger side door?" I'm like, "No."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was crazy. It was
Yeah.
interesting. I don't know who won the bingo sheet that they usually put on the Facebook page and then in the North American Rally.
Hmm.
They usually put you to see what's going to happen. I don't know who put the tornado and who won it.
I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy. So, um, STPR is my local rally. I'm only a few hours from there, so hopefully we'll see you up there
Yeah.
in July.
Mm, yeah. I'm 4 hours away from STPR too. I've been,
Hmm.
like I said, since 2011, I've been going nonstop. 10 years straight. I was co-driving since 2013.
Hmm.
This is gonna be my 14 year. 2023, we didn't race. I didn't race because I didn't have a driver,
Hmm.
but as a volunteer, I took to a cash and I told them, look, I'm not gonna race. I have the days off because I always requested those days from work, from my
Hmm.
vacation. I don't know what to do. He was like, oh, do you want to go volunteer? I'm like, can I? He was like, yeah, 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 go
Yeah, cool.
volunteer. It was me and his father, and I can't remember what stage was it, but we were at the end of the stage, to the stage, and it was
Hmm.
interesting. It was my first time, and like I said, now that I crew from a different drivers and everything, I've been done everything but driving the stage.
Okay,
So now
gotcha.
I need to move to the other side.
There you go. Switch seats. Um, so how many of your friends and the people you know are from South America and are getting into rally and are wanting to come to the States here to rally?
So I started co-driving for John Concha. His parents are from Ecuador.
Okay.
After John Concha, I co-drove for Percy Lopez from Peru. Did the second day on STPR. I
Okay.
ran race with him on Empire State Performance Rally. Then he got me connections with Dennis Romero, and I co-drive for him in New York Empire State Rally.
Okay.
And San Blas STPR with one of Percy's friend, Mario Nogales from Bolivia.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I met Julio Rodriguez from Ecuador,
Mm-hmm.
and I was for him for the past couple of years. And then after that, I knew Dunker Felix and Dunker Felix Jr., both from Ecuador. And Dunker called me one day and says, "Hey, I have somebody that's wanted to start doing rally racing, and he needs a co-driver that first of all speaks Spanish, second of all know what he's doing and have a little experience." I tell
Mm-hmm.
him about you. Why do you come to the firm, test the car with him, do a little shakedown, and if he likes you, he's gonna call you, and you go from there. And that was last year, and after that, I've been co-driving for him for the 2 year races so far.
Very cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I know there's like two more drivers from Ecuador. On I know one of them from California, Stalin, and I know another crew that has a Honda Civic. I don't know where they're from, but I see that the register list and I see the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and I black from Ecuador, and also we have Roberto Iglesias from Costa Rica. So yeah, I have a lot of the Spanish speaking are moving forward, trying to build cars. I've been in talk with a couple of friends that actually building cars.
Mm-hmm.
Javier from RC Competition. He is from Argentina, and
Okay.
also we got people from Uruguay that are actually building cars too. Um, I forgot his name from Chile. He did a sandblast on a black Blauwide,
Mm-hmm.
and Buggy, the tiny one, he's from Uruguay. So it's a lot of us. The good thing about it is that a lot of the drivers are getting more involved. People that love this sport are coming from everywhere
Oh, yeah.
to make this sport better. I remember one year when we were in STPR with a couple of friends, that we got people from, I knew they were from Russia and a couple of Irish people that were in the same corner. And me, my friends, and my family, we were just cracking jokes and
Yeah.
laughing about everything in Spanish. And the guys from Russia were like, "I wish we understand Spanish so we can laugh with you." And then we started speaking in English, but they have the little conversations in Russian. The Irish having their own conversations in their own language. But once the car passed by, we all spoke the same language.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that's when my friend came out with a little slogan saying that we speak rally.
Yeah, very cool. We speak rally. That's cool.
Yeah, so and that's the year that I met Fabio Costa. He's from Brazil. He speaks Portuguese. So and it's true though. We all speak different languages. We all
Mm-hmm.
came from different countries, but once the car passed by, we all speak in the same language.
Oh, yeah. And you kind of get all the same emotions and everything. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen the videos of the drivers whenever they explain it to the mechanics. Sometimes they're not speaking words; they're just making movements and sounds with their hands,
Right.
and it's understand. And it's the same language that everybody does it. Whenever a car is coming, we all start moving our hands, seeing the same line that the car is doing and making the same noise. We all understand that signal. So
Right, right. That's really cool. So I'm thinking that I've got to get on the road, and I've talked about this in almost every podcast, is that I got to get on the road and excuse me, start traveling and getting to more rallies. Hopefully next year I can travel and get to them. But and get to know some of those people that you've talked about, and talk with them and speak rally, as you said. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I didn't realize how many people were coming from Ecuador and the other places you had mentioned. That's really cool to see that, they've chosen to come to America to give rally a shot. That's really something else.
Yeah, like I'm seeing it, and I'm usually call it like as a jokingly, I said the Irish invasion because we have a lot of Irish drivers and co-drivers in here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other countries and other people. I mean, from people from other countries and other languages that come here to race or to watch. I remember a few years back from STPR, there was two guys that worked. Two of my friends that well, they became my friends
Mm-hmm.
at that rally on STPR. They came in on vacation. They find out about the rally. They went to STPR and they were TV reporters and they did live streams and they put all the stuff about rally in here. Like they didn't
Oh
like
wow.
we knew like, I knew that they were reporters that they
Yeah.
do um, sports channels and everything. So they basically did a live show from here as they were here on vacation, and they said they wanted to come back. I've been talking to them. They said they want to come back this year, but they're trying to see how the schedule works because they
Okay.
love it. It's one of my closest rallies too. It's 4 hours away from here. I mean, the closest one was Empire State Performance Rally, but
Mm-hmm.
based out anymore. So
Right.
they told me they want to come and try to do the same thing, but now they want to come more prepared to bring more people, and that basically opened up the door for more races wanted to come in from Ecuador. And then the following year, we had one of the Ruben Cuenca. He was at South American Championship on a N4 on a Subaru Impreza, and
Okay.
he came San Blas that year.
Mm.
I think he won his class, and then he came in and did uh, STPR. Sadly, on the first day, his engine gave. I mean, he had an issue with the turbo, and he didn't finish that race. But they opened up the door for more races to come in. And now with the
Nice.
production of the Clio and the Peugeot the 208,
Mm-hmm.
those are the cars that they're racing in South America. A lot of those
Oh,
cars.
okay.
I've seen those cars in action, and finally seen them in here. I'm like, okay, they're coming. Those kind of cars are coming, and I know the drivers that had those cars in other countries, especially South America. They're gonna see, okay, I can have the same car that I race back home.
Right.
Let's see if I can and race it in here because they
Right.
know what they can do. So yeah, so I see the evolution of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been talking to people from other countries, like I've been saying a lot of times, and they're getting interested on doing. And it talks about finally trying to get a WRC race in here.
Right.
They trying to get involved into that too. There's people that want to take their vacations so they can, or take their vacations from work with the with certain dates that they can go and watch a race.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's very cool. Yeah, I love the sport. Um, and you mentioned STPR with people coming over and checking it out. I remember on one of the stages back in 2023 at STPR, a group of gentlemen came, and they may have been from Romania or somewhere. They all showed up on motorcycles, street bikes, and here they are going down dirt roads. And they were saying they found out, that this race was going on, and they were like, "Oh, let's go check it out." So they took their street bikes down the dirt road and that, and hung out, and oh, they had a blast. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, it's growing, and
Yeah, the bad thing about the sports here in the U.S. is there's not enough media cover on TV on radio.
right,
So what we're and what you're doing on social media and podcasts like this, it's actually what helps us this what helps the sports keep growing.
Thank you.
Whenever there's like posters of information about every race that happened here in the US, I reposted and I translated in Spanish so people that don't speak English but
Very
love the
cool.
sports can see it. Um, I know there was a couple of people that saw my post about a snowdrift and went over there. And I talked to them, and they were like, "Yo, I didn't know that they have this kind of races in here. I only
Yeah.
see it on the TV." And I told them, "Hey, it was only in Europe. It was only on Asia or Africa, like it's like Kenya that's going on right now."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, you have it in the backyard of your house. It's
Right.
4 hours away from closest one, Pennsylvania, 4 hours away. And if you want to do the snow wait, you have snowdrift."
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to take folks like you and me to help get the word out and just slowly, educate the people. Even though I don't know a whole lot, at least I can share when things are happening and with my friends,
Yeah.
because a lot of my friends really I didn't know were into rally, and I told them about SDPR and that, and they're like, really? Oh, we got to go this year. I would love to watch that. And so yeah, it's just a lot of it's just getting the word out, and be a lot of fun, I think, in the coming years. See what direction rallying goes here in America. So
Yeah, I mean it's a good way. It's basically the sports need that. It's the word of mouth. It's
right,
everybody sharing pictures or everything that's going on and the help of everybody. Um, that's probably one of the reasons that I also created with my friend Jorge Pardo a podcast about rally,
yeah,
um, but in Spanish. And every episode that we do, we just say, hey, just share the information. You don't need to do a lot. You don't need to put money into it. Share the information.
right,
This is the sport that is free to go watch it, and you are close by the cars.
yeah,
That unplugged will say if you're lucky enough, the driver will allow you to open the doors and get into the car and ask questions and get free stuff, posters, stickers, hats. Sometimes they give you free shirts. I remember
yeah,
back in the day thing. So and that's what makes this thing interesting, and also trying to bring the kids down. That's the new generation of drivers, the new generation of spectators and people that's gonna fall in love with sport.
exactly. Yep, yep, totally. Well, Santiago, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Really appreciate you taking the time this evening and chatting. And like to touch base with you again, maybe end of the year, see how the season went, and hopefully I'll see you at SDPR this year.
Sure. How about see you on NSTPR again? Thank you very much for the opportunity to just trying to share the word about the different drivers from other countries. There's drivers and co-drivers that from different countries, and again, trying to make this sport grow even better and better. And like you said, I hope I see you on SCPR and
Yeah.
and we can have a nice conversation between beers over there.
That sounds great. Sounds
All
good.
right,
Thanks.
all right, Jim. Thanks for everything.
If you'd like to be on the podcast, you can email me, jim@jimboothdesigns.com, or message me through Facebook at Rallying in America, the Recce Podcast, or Instagram, rallying_in_America. Special thanks to our sponsor for this episode, Brady Instruments, pro-grade, handmade, professional fuel hydrometers. Visit bradyinstruments.com for all of your fuel testing needs. And remember, don't be a fool. Check your fuel. Thanks to Toontank and the artist Nuclear Wave and their song In Drive for the podcast theme music.